Hey everyone. So, this is a weekly reading for the week of May 18th through the 24th, 2025. And it's pick a pile style. So, go ahead and fill into which pile is calling your name, and we'll get a reading for this upcoming week. This is a collective reading for anyone watching here on YouTube. Thanks so much for being here. I'm Heather, and welcome back. So, pile one, we have I picked out a charm for each pile. So what came out for you is a moon with an owl. I don't know if you can see the little owl sitting there. So it's a waning crescent moon with an owl. That's pile one. Pile two, I didn't even know I had this charm, so I thought this was pretty cute. Pile two, you have a mirror. I thought that was cute. And it really kind of goes with this deck too, I feel like. That's pile two. Pile three, you have a leafy branch as your charm. So that's pile three. So go ahead and pick your pile, and we'll go ahead and get your messages for the upcoming week. So welcome in pile one, and you have the waning crescent moon with the owl. And I feel like what this is asking of you, or the advice, is discernment. What do you need to walk away from this week? What do you need to let go of this week? Be wise about that. Have discernment this week. Let's see what's coming up for you guys. So pile one. What does pile one need to know about this upcoming week, May 18th through the 24th, 2025? And thanks so much for being here, you guys. I appreciate your support. I wasn't here last week. Things just got a little crazy. And I was really tired. How are you guys? So let's go ahead and pull 3 cards for the upcoming week for pile one. And let's get a message. What does pile one need to know about this upcoming week? We're asking for advice and guidance. We already know that discernment is going to be, I feel like this card wanted to come out with that. We already know that discernment is going to be a priority this week, being very discerning, knowing when to walk away. Actually, I'm just going to turn them all over. Oh, we got 2 here. Interesting. Okay. So let's see what we've got going on here. We have the King of Wands, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. I love that we have this fiery energy here. We also have the Strength. We have the Page of Swords and the Six of Wands coming out as well. I feel like you guys are starting the week really strong, knowing exactly what it is that you want to do. You are very focused. You are feeling really charismatic, really putting your energy out there. With the Seven of Pentacles, it is, I feel like this is also representing, your daily routine, doing what you need to do. But you're also really focused on goals, planning ahead, planting seeds. I feel like you guys have a lot of energy. And again, you're very focused on where it is that you're going. You're very focused on what it is that you're wanting. Some of you, maybe you have a long-term project that you're working on. So that's the type of energy that we have here. And I really love this. It's also needing to have patience, which is the King of Wands and the energy of Seven of Pentacles. They're kind of opposite energies. King of Wands, that's fire energy, so very direct, masculine, charismatic. You just go after it. But some things do take time, so have patience. You will see the fruits of your labor. It's just not going to happen this week. But I really love this. So I feel like these two cards are representing you guys just in general. Pile one. Maybe there are a lot of fire signs that are watching or that chose pile one. But I really love this. Just, you know what it is that you want and you're going for it. You're taking action. You just have to be a little patient. um, I feel like the strength card here is also a nod to needing to be patient. But this is overcoming obstacles, having the endurance, having the resilience to move through challenges. I also feel like there is a need to ask for help from others, consult with others, especially if it's a project or something that you're working on. There could be somebody out there that has a better understanding of what you are trying to create or build or whatever that is. So be open to asking for help. You don't have to know everything, you just need to know where to find the answer. So, seeking the counsel of others is going to be really important. This could be a mentor. I keep hearing asking for direction. So, maybe there is something that is coming up this week that you're just not quite sure what option would be best for you. So, spend some time investigating, asking questions. You don't have to figure everything out on your own. I feel like that's where the discernment is coming in too. I'm also hearing there is a need to focus your energy on one thing. So maybe you have multiple large projects that you're working on. Narrow it down to one for now and really focus on one big project or one aspect of that project that needs to be created or completed. In other words, don't spread your energy too thin. Kind of have a more focused direction, a more focused path for your energy this week. Don't start a lot of things. It's kind of what that feels like. The Page of Swords and the Six of Wands. I really love this. So for you guys this week, the energy, this feels really nice. You guys have things to look forward to that you're excited about. You also have the energy to work on these projects. You're curious, you're asking questions, you're also asking for help. The Page of Swords and the Six of Swords, whatever it is, whatever this project is that you're not seeing the fruits of your labor yet, but you are going to be successful in bringing that to a completion, especially with the Six of Wands. The Page of Swords, I feel like this is tying into this having discernment. So be open to and pay attention to ideas that you're getting this week. Maybe you're being invited to do things in a different way or consider things that you wouldn't normally consider doing. But the Page of Swords is having a lot of enthusiasm, being very curious, asking a lot of questions, also really standing in your truth, being very honest with yourself. And the Six of Wands, this is victory, this is success, bringing projects to completion in a successful way. But it's also, you are in the spotlight. People are watching you. And this can be, that's not, doesn't need to be a creepy thing. What's interesting with the Page of Swords, this can also be prying eyes. This can be people really curious about what you're doing. So, they're just curious. They want to know what you're up to. So if there's anything that you don't want other people to know about. Just be mindful about that this week, because the Six of Wands, that's also you're in the spotlight. You know, the light is shining on you. And I think that's mostly because I don't feel anything negative here. This is mostly because people are curious. They're curious about what you're doing. What are you working on? Whatever it is, you are very attractive to other people. But you also have people cheering you on. They're excited for you. They're here to help you. But yeah, you are in the spotlight this week. I'm also really focused on this bird up here. I feel like I say this all the time, but I mean, we should always listen to our intuition. Listen to your intuition. Listen to follow your gut. If something doesn't feel right, listen to that. But overall, really beautiful energy. I'd love to know what you guys are working on. What are the big projects you're working on? I'd love to hear what's going on with pile one. Really exciting energy here. Lots going on. So again, really staying focused on one big project at a time, asking for help, knowing that you have the resilience to make it through. Be very curious and open to new information, ideas, different ways of moving forward. Keeping in mind that the spotlight is on you. So be discerning with information that you share, especially if you're planning on getting a patent for an idea or something like that. Be careful who you get counsel from this week. All right, pile one, beautiful reading. Have a fantastic week. And if you'd like to dive deeper into something going on in your life, you can book a one-on-one. My info is below. Hey there, welcome in pile two. We are looking at the upcoming week, where are we? May 18th through the 24th, 2025, pile two. You guys have the mirror charm, which I just thought is so freaking cute. It has little sparkles on it. But what I was hearing with this charm for you guys is, what are you hiding from? And how do you want to be reflected? What are you hiding from? How do you want to be seen? What is being reflected back to you? But there's definitely kind of an image or a sense of not wanting to be seen. So look at that this week, because I feel like you guys you need to be seen. You need to be heard. It's important that you are heard. I feel like this is more, your voice, your words, your ideas, your contribution matters. Let's see what cards we get. So calling in the guides and guardians for those that are watching and chose pile two. This is a collective read for the upcoming week. Thanks for being here, you guys. I didn't do a video last week because I was just really tired. So let's see what's coming up for you guys for this upcoming week. So 3 cards. What does pile 2 need to know about this upcoming week? Advice and guidance, please. Two cards. Well, oh wait, we got 3 cards. Wow. Okay. It's weird. This whole deck is wanting to come out in chunks. I wonder if it could be kind of a choppy week this week. Let's see what we get. 2 more cards, please. Strength. Pile 1 had strength in the same position too. Interesting. Oh, and we've got the World. Okay. All right. So these 3 cards here are representing you this week. So we have the Seven of Pentacles, your routine, the things you do every day. This is everyday life. You know, focus here on routine, work, all the things that you do. We have death here as well, which is interesting. We've got a major arcana card, and we have the Four of Wands. I feel like for you guys, I feel like the death card here is representing a need to change things up. Your daily routine, the things that you've been doing, it needs to change. I feel like this is also where you're playing really small. I feel like the universe has been reflecting back to you that this routine is just not working for you anymore. And with the Four of Wands here, that could be this could be more of a focus on, well, I really feel two things, especially with the Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. It's either going to be regarding your job or regarding your relationship. Something needs to change, and this is going to be different for everyone here. And I feel like this has been, the universe has been reflecting this back to you for some time, that a change is needed. But it feels like it's going to come to a head this week. So take a look at how can you change up. Is it time to look for a new job? I mean, let's just, put it right out there. Is it time to look for a new job? What about your everyday life is not working for you? Or is this a relationship? Is it time to dive? And I'm not saying leave the relationship, but maybe it's time to spend or invest more of your time and energy into that relationship. Maybe it's focusing on getting counseling or diving deeper into that, But with the death card here, this is Scorpio energy. We just got through a Scorpio full moon. So I feel like this is kind of a nod back to that full moon. What was coming up for you guys last week? Was there a theme? Was there something that was that you couldn't unsee? The mirror. Was there something you couldn't unsee last week? This is in regards to your personal life. So again, this is going to have to do with your everyday living. Relationships and work. I feel like those are the two biggest things here. Whatever is wanting to transform or leave, you can't ignore it anymore. And I really feel like that's going to become very obvious for you this week. So take a look at that. Don't be afraid to stare right at it. Don't be afraid to see it for what it is. Because once you can accept and acknowledge that, okay, I do need to make a change, this isn't working for me anymore, there's options, there's choices. I keep seeing like floods of, we could call them angels or helper guides, but I feel like there's a flood of energy that comes in to help you once you accept that you deserve more, you want more, things need to change. So pretty big energies here. But look at this. We also have two more major arcana cards. So, I mean, that to me is saying that this is a big deal. These are big cards. So a lot of focus on what needs to change this week. And I do feel like that's coming to a head this week. You can't ignore it anymore. We have the Strength card here, and I feel like this was when I was talking about that flood of energy coming in to help you, divine beings, divine inspiration that is coming in to help you. I feel that with this card, with the Strength card here. This is a reminder that you have the energy, the resilience, and the endurance to make these changes, to do things differently. And I feel like even just if, especially if this is a relationship, um, I feel like just by you saying, just voicing to your partner, you know what, this relationship feels stale. I don't feel connected to you as much as I used to. How can we do this differently? How can we reconnect on a deeper level? When you look at this card here, the two cats, they're very much, they love each other. They're very connected. They are excited and happy to move forward in their life. There's just a really lovely energy here. So I feel like just by voicing your concerns with the relationship, you might be really surprised that your partner's feeling the same way. And it's not that you're wanting to break up or leave, but you're able to come together and acknowledge the fact that, yeah, there's a problem here. We've kind of been ignoring each other. We need to commit to investing more time and energy in our relationship. So don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to see what is being shown to you. I know it can be really easy to put our blinders on and just keep looking straight ahead and ignore the dysfunction that is going on around us. I know that can be really easy to do. You're not going to be able to do that anymore. But with the strength card here, you have what you need to make that change. So don't be afraid of change, and don't be afraid of seeing what is being presented to you this week. Because this is about, bringing in more happiness, joy, and opportunity into your life. It's bringing more color back into your life. It's reviving. It's reviving you. And then we have the World card. This is in, the outcome of this, which is very positive. This is a cycle that you are completing. And we're just looking at a snapshot of this week. I feel like all of this is coming to a head, but these types of energies have been in the making for a very long time. This isn't something that just happens overnight. These are things that have probably been going on for years. But the World card, this is talking about the closing of a chapter, the ending of a cycle, and moving into something new, closing the door on the past, opening the door on the future. It's celebration. It's looking back over. It's looking back over, the course of your life, or this last chapter, this last chunk of time, the past 5 years in particular, and taking it all in, seeing how far you have come, seeing the challenges that you've gone through, and really, appreciating that. This could be for some. I don't feel like this, don't freak out. I don't feel like this is everybody, but for some, this could be the death of someone, obviously very close to you, celebrating their life, wondering how you're going to get through this, but also, really just appreciating the time that you had with that person, and really just appreciating being able to journey with them. It's a really deep week, you guys. Pile 2, you guys are going really deep. This could also be some of you realizing that, yeah, I need to look for a new job. That chapter of my life is done. And celebrating that and looking back over that. And this could also be, deciding that a relationship does need to end. But appreciating the journey that you've had with that person or persons. Huge energy here. Lots going on. Wow, you guys. Yeah, we've got 7, 13. I'm just looking at the numbers here. 8. Yeah, you guys, this is really big energy. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm very curious about what's going on with pile 2. It is a really beautiful energy, and endings can be difficult. But sometimes things do need to end so a new chapter can begin. And if you're in a relationship, that doesn't mean that that relationship has to end. I just want to make that really clear. But it can be the evolution, or that the relationship evolving and changing. So if you would like to book a one-on-one, we can dive deeper into your particular situation and see what's coming up. My info is below. Have a fantastic week, pile 2. Hey there, pile 3. So you guys have the leafy branch. That is the charm that was picked out for pile 3. Welcome in. I just want to welcome in the guides and guardians for all of those that are watching this video and that chose pile 3. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the upcoming week of May 18th through the 24th, 2025. And what I kept hearing with this charm is seeing the fruits of your labor, things coming to fruition, feeling like you have, you're gaining momentum in an area of life that had felt really stagnant. Maybe this is a project or something that you've been working on, but things are starting to take off this week. So let's go ahead and pull some cards and see what else is coming up for pile 3. How are you guys? I wasn't here last week. I mean, I was here, just didn't make a video. So apologies for that. I just was feeling really tired. Okay. Pile 3, what do they need to know about this upcoming week? What do they need to know about this upcoming week? Thanks so much for being here, you guys. What does pile 3 need to know about this upcoming week? I love that this is such a colorful deck. Ooh, we have the Queen of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. This is awesome. Okay, so pile 3. Ooh, I love this lime green. Can you see how pretty that looks? I love that. The color of lime green, that is the energy of hope. It brings in a lot of hope, renewal, excitement, getting really curious about your future. But Queen of Pentacles, this is representing you guys next week. So Queen of Pentacles, this is an earth sign. So think Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Very grounded, very focused. In this card, she looks like a witch. It looks like she has a little witch hat on. That to me looks like a quartz point. She has her staff there with her little pentacle on there. But what I love about this is it feels very magical, and it feels like you guys, instead of just hoping and wishing for things to happen or change, you are creating that change. You're making things happen. You're being very grounded, very intentional. And again, I really like that. I mean, you guys are really taking charge. You are not waiting for someone else to come in and change or fix things. You are doing that. You are making it happen. I love this. It's a really powerful energy to be in. So just know that you can manifest anything this week. I truly do believe that. You guys are really in touch and in tune with the energy, and I think that that's because you're so grounded. I really love this, especially that lime green. So I would say definitely work with green, lime green. Yellow would be another really good color to work with this week. Be very clear, be very intentional this week. We have the Two of Swords. So I do feel like there's a lot of problem solving going on this week, and you're really looking at, because you have, I feel like you guys pile two, and especially with the leafy branch here, talking about having momentum and things are coming into fruition. And I feel like because you're starting to see the results of whatever it is that you've been working on, whether that's, you wanted to lose weight or get into better shape, you're starting to see the results of that. Maybe there's a project you've been working on. Maybe you've been saving money for something, and you're starting to see, oh my God, this could really happen for me, or this is really happening for me. You guys are in a powerful manifestation phase this week. So be very mindful about what you are thinking, speaking. Be very intentional this week because it's incredibly powerful for you guys. So back to the problem solving, you're really going to be looking at what isn't working. What do I need to cut out? Sometimes the Two of Swords can be an energy of, I don't know which way to go. You guys do. So follow your gut. You have a lot of momentum backing you up right now. So keep moving in that direction of momentum. If there is something that is coming up for you this week that you can see it's going to block you or it's going to slow your momentum down, steer around that, move away from that, because there's a lot that you guys are manifesting this week. This is really awesome. Beautiful energy. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is new resources, new opportunities, new doors opening, new money coming in. Maybe one of the things you've been manifesting is, maybe it's a new job, or you're creating something in your life that is going to bring in more resources, money, time even. So very positive energy. Keep that momentum. Keep doing what you're doing. Being very mindful of what needs to be cut out or what might steer you. I don't think you could be deterred from the path that you're on because you guys have so much momentum and you've put so much time and energy into what you are doing. I just keep seeing like potholes. Steer around the potholes. And know that this week there is new resources, new money coming in, new opportunities. And I feel like you guys will see that. You're very open to that this week. It's a very optimistic week for pile 3. Really cool. I love this energy, pile 3. What are you guys working on? What are you manifesting? This is, improving your life. These are life improvements. I don't know if you can see this on the card, but it kind of looks like there's a circle here with different little symbols on them. It's like you guys are walking through this portal. You're walking into a new way of being, a new phase of life, or it could just be a new understanding of how powerful you are. And really understanding how to work with energy. You're really understanding how manifestation works. Awesome. I mean, you guys are just feeling really empowered. So amazing week for pile 3. Have a fantastic week. I'd love to hear what you are working on. Comment below. What are you manifesting? What's going on for you guys, pile 3? Beautiful week ahead. Take great care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you soon.